In this video, I'll be sharing with you the process to buying your own home right here in Northern Virginia. So stay tuned to learn more. And if this is your first time here, you are welcome. Please do remember to subscribe so that you can get my weekly videos on the Northern Virginia real estate market, the different lifestyles around here, the different neighborhoods, fun things to do, where to go and eat, and just so much more. Welcome back. It's Eunice here with the Homes 365 team, your experienced multi-family investor and realtor based right here in Northern Virginia. I'm going to share with you today a concise process for buying your home. These steps are to share knowledge with you, to help you make informed decisions about when and if you should be buying a home. So before we start, I want you to know your why you are taking this step. Don't let any friends, family, or even realtors convince you or pressure you to buying a home. You need to assess your situation and your needs, and once you're confident in your why, then move on to these steps. All right, let's get started. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to assess your financials. Make sure that your credit score and your finances are in order. You know how much you probably want to make or you are comfortable making on a monthly basis towards your mortgage. So you can use that as a guide. For instance, you may say, I'm currently paying this amount of rent. So if I was to account for everything, I can say, okay, my take home is this amount of money, less my desired mortgage payment, less any other living expenses. And if you are happy and comfortable, then you can go ahead. Otherwise, maybe hold back until you are comfortable. Save enough as down payment. This is typically about 3% of the purchase price, but I usually advise clients to save a little bit more, maybe about 5%. This market over here is very competitive, and putting a little bit more may help your offer get accepted. So why not? The second thing that you want to do is you want to hire a realtor. You want a realtor on your side who is very familiar with the market, a realtor who is going to do more listening and listening to your goals, who's going to go the extra mile, and most importantly, you want someone that you know or you feel your personalities are going to click. Nowadays, there's so many videos out there of realtors, so you can pick whoever you click with, or you may go the route of getting a referral or asking a friend. Whatever you do, just make sure that it's your choice and this is someone that is going to be working with you or who's going to partner with you and make sure that they deliver an awesome service to you. The third step is pre-approval by a local lender. Most people typically go online and just look for a lender, but I usually recommend for my clients a local lender. This is very helpful because the market, they know the market, right? And if they're needed, especially over weekends, they can be reached. Because guess what? Financing is a major aspect of home buying. And if the ball is dropped, you may lose both the home you wanted and your earnest money deposit. So what a lender is going to do for you is they will confirm your credit score. Most lenders require a minimum of 620. So the lender is actually going to verify your employment. He's going to get a couple of documents from you, like your W-2, your tax returns, and in order to pre-approve you and let you know how much you qualify for. There's nothing as terrible as, a home buyer loving a home only to find out later that, you know what, they can't afford it. That is why personally, I don't show homes until a lender has run your numbers and we have a pre-approval letter, because this is the only guide that we have as to how much you can afford. So your lender also will help you towards, giving you a guidance as to how much to buy for if you have set a preset or if you have set a monthly payment that you would like to stay within. They can't give you an exact number, but at this stage, but they'll be very helpful in giving you rough estimates and calculations, because even if you have been approved for 500,000, you don't have to buy a home for 500,000. You can go lower, say 400,000. The fourth thing you're going to do is your home search. Your realtor and you are going to meet, and based on your criteria and your budget, the realtor will set out a plan of action as to how you're going to be approaching your home search. And once you get into your dream home, and how you're going to be doing all the touring and all that and once you see that home, once you get into that home, you will feel it and you will know it. Once you're at that stage, your realtor then will do a background check in terms of looking at comparables, looking to check whether there are any other offers, and come in, have a conversation. Once you both agree on the price and the terms, then you're good to go. And by terms, I'm referring to things like, when do you want to close? Are you asking for any closing costs? So once all these things have been determined and then an offer is made, there may be a back and forth in terms of negotiations, but once both parties agree on a sale price and terms, we have a ratified contract. And as the buyer, this is the time when now you'll be depositing into an escrow account your earnest money deposit, which is typically about 1%. Or you may show that you really want this house and put a little bit more. Just remember, this money goes towards your closing costs once we get to the closing table. The fifth step is contingencies. There are several inspections here in Virginia, right? Radon, termite, but I want to talk about two: home inspection and financing contingency. The home inspection is ordered, and this is an opportunity for an inspector to come to the property, and they do a lot of checks. They may check the HVAC, they will check the water heater, they may check the roof to see if there are any roof leaks, just to uncover any issues with the house so that you know what you're buying. If there are any issues, we may go back to the negotiation table and the seller may agree to some repairs. If there's no agreement to what has to be repaired, a contract can then be cancelled at this time and you can get your earnest money back. Otherwise, we continue the process, and based on the terms of the contract, after a certain amount of days, this home inspection contingency lapses or gets lifted. The second contingency I want to talk about is the financing contingency, which involves a lender sending an appraiser to go do a visual assessment of the property so that they can give an unbiased opinion on the value of the home. So a lender will order this, and this step is really just done to protect you as well as the lender, to make sure that you're not overpaying. So if an appraiser comes in low, you can always negotiate to go with a lower price, or cancel the contract and get your EMD, or you can say, I'll top up and I'll pay more just so I can get this home. But just remember, the lender will never pay 500,000 for a house that has appraised for 475. If all goes well, everything then goes into underwriting. Underwriting checks everything, all the information. They re-verify your employment, and once everything looks good, then you are cleared to close. Your clear to close is usually 3 days before closing, when you're going to get your disclosures. This allows you to check and to confirm everything looks good and everything looks correct. And this is the time also when you will see how much your mortgage will be, how much to bring to the closing table. And this is the same information that you're going to be signing off on closing day. The sixth thing is your final walkthrough. You and your agent are going to go to the home to verify everything looks good, repairs have been made, and typically it's done like a day or two before closing, just to make sure that the house is in a good condition. 7th or the last will be your closing day. It's a happy day. This is the day where you're signing all your documentation. You're going to bring your ID and you're going to bring lots of positive energy, because guess what? You made it to the finish line. And after signing, you finally receive your keys to your home and can officially move into your new home. There it goes. That's it for me to you. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to text, to call, or to email. My details are down here, and see you on the next one.